Welcome to another live session, guys. Today's Thursday, August 15th. I just sent out a Euro NSD swing setup, but I actually want to get out of it right now. We went smaller than usual. What I mean by that, it's usually like 0.50 or 50% of your regular lot size. So no harm, no foul. 30 pips, it's fine. I analyzed the pair on the daily, and I didn't realize we were actually at hourly support right here. My fault there. But usually, I usually go by the daily, and I mean, I still might see your NSD drop, but we can get a better entry using a sell stop right below the support. And right now we're rebounding from the hourly support, so it's good that we got out now because this thing could very well go up to somewhere around these highs, and we don't want to do that. And we already made enough pips for the week, so I'm more comfortable closing trades in minimal loss, like 30 pips at 50% lot size. That's a 15 pip loss on a regular lot. So no harm, no foul. Let me see. I gotta send out these links again. Pound Aussie made us some real nice pips yesterday. Our first entry, I didn't like it, so I got out. I waited for the actual sell stop to come in, and we entered via price action. We broke the support on the hourly time frame, and we got a nice entry. So it was great. Before I went to bed, I was going to send out a message where I told you guys, if you haven't already, take partials and move stops to entry, because we did have pound CPI or retail sales. Retail sales, so you need to watch out for that. And obviously they came out better than expected, so we saw pound reverse, but it's also setting up another short opportunity. So definitely can take advantage of that. Let me send out these links. Today is Thursday, so the trading week should be ending off very soon. I doubt I'll send out any more setups, maybe one or two intraday setups, but that should be it for the week. Let me send this out, get your questions ready, and we'll finish off this week. Gold is back into consolidation. So this week, the only loss, and I'll do official pick count, but the only losses we've had was Aussie, gold yesterday, and pound today. Euro NSD today. That's not bad compared to the size of the winners that we've had, which is great. Should probably hide all these messages. Alright, so I'm gonna start off with Euro. It's still dropping for us. We've hit 65 pips in profit now, which is great. I think it'll continue to drop. So we'll keep Euro NSD on standby, but definitely leave out of that trade if you haven't already. My fault, I did not notice the hourly support. But Euro, we've continued to fall. Yesterday I think we were around here. Now we went as far as, I think our third take profit has been hit. I'll have to check, but 1.09112 is as far as we've gone on Euro, which is great. We were in that sell for quite some time, maybe like 5 days, but it's nice that it's finally moving. Overall target is right here, 1.10350, 1.10350. What could happen right now is I just plotted this horizontal array right here. We do have some hourly support. We have smashed through it. What we can do on the smaller time frame is probably come up and retest it, like so. Maybe come back up here. We can actually draw our fibs just to see where the possible retrace will be. So yeah, the 38.2 fib level was right below that hourly support, so we could possibly retrace here. Maybe even an aggressive pullback to this minor support here at the 61.8 fib level. Either way, I do see Euro going down, and today's USD retail sales came out better than expected, so we'll actually refresh. So better than expected. The manufacturing came out better than expected. It was obviously lower than the previous, but it was nowhere near the forecast. And core retail sales, great. So USD, is obviously we have some strength. I wanted to live trade this release in particular. But I don't think my phone charged last night, so I actually woke up from my other alarm, and it was just too late. I apologize for that. But it was an exhausting week, so maybe I did deserve that extra rest. But we'll definitely trade next week. There's probably major fundamentals. For the rest of the day, it's pretty quiet, and even Friday, we have nothing major. Um, Monday, however, we probably do have some major stuff. Last time I checked. Yeah, so Monday, yeah, so yeah, Aussie Monday monetary policy meeting minutes. So they're probably just gonna be talking more about the rate cut and etc. So we will see some movement then. We could possibly do a live session for that release just for the live trading part. But euro down, pound USD. Pound has gained some strength over the last little while. Last time we were in pound, it was right after this ascending channel broke and we had the shorts to here. What we were looking for on the larger time frames was a push out of this level, a retest and a rejection. We never got that. Price came back into a support region, and since then, pound has rallied, but we're still within the support region. And if you look at the 8-hour or even the daily, you can see the overall price structure is still down. We have yet to even clear these highs right here, and I'm gonna stay pretty consistent about this until we can clear these highs. I don't really call it a pound reversal. I would not be buying any pound pairs. I'm actually looking to sell a pound Aussie maybe later today, but pretty simple. No real setup. I mean, the price action's pretty ugly here. What we did was just clear these highs. So pound just cleared these highs right around 1.21 thousand. Which was a major psychological level, which I did say we'd short to. So 1.21 thousand, we did break that level. You might have an intraday setup if you're less risk aversive. You can definitely take buys from this level if you do get that reaction. But I wouldn't be buying pound anytime soon, like I've said. I'll be consistent about that. And I'm just gonna take a quick look at the chat. Let me know how your trading week went, what pairs you've traded. We're really trying to build a community at Forex Lens, so I definitely want to get to know people on a name-by-name basis. There's a few people I already do know about. What's up? What's up? Alex is one of them. Euro Aussie, I could definitely look at that. Euro Aussie. So pound's done. I mean, the week's pretty much over with, so I'm not going to be looking for too many setups. USD yen, let's take a look at. So USD yen, pretty similar to our euro yen short, which we did from here. Since then, price has really it's been pretty chaotic. This was the reaction to the retail sales earlier today, this candle right here. So if you paid attention, if you watched the night session from the day before yesterday, you probably could have caught this move. I did a quick overview of how to trade news, and this was a pretty aggressive move that you could have caught with a buy stop right above this the support right here. But USD yen, nothing really interesting. We're in a kind of a trading range between these two levels. 107 flat and 105,600. Excuse me, 105,600. 1400 pip trading range. You could possibly see shorts. This right here is actually not a support level. It's a weekly trend line. So maybe if we do get a some sort of rejection off this, right now we're not really rejecting. We've printed the indecision candle, and then again, if this is a rejection candle, you could have a nice swing short to these lows right here, like we did with CAD yen, and I'll actually show you guys CAD yen. So this could be a nice possible setup. I actually do like the price action on this series of lower highs, lower lows, a rejection off this major trend line. You could have this setup, stops right above the recent highs. Not bad, not bad for an intraday, 2.84. Not really looking to enter USD yen or any pair right now, to be honest, other than pound Aussie, which I'll show. Euro Aussie, I'm still short, even though most of us got stopped out last week. I decided to hold. One pair I do want to talk about is NSD USD, which we're still in, and it's just consolidating. I really don't know why. Sometimes you don't know these things, but I really thought at this candle right here we really were gonna start dropping just like Euro. But since then we've just consolidated really. On the 4-hourly, you can see even on the 4-hourly we had a nice spike on a 61.8 fib level right here. Boom, boom, and I really thought at that point we were gonna go down, but since then we've kind of just rested on the 23.6 fib level as some sort of support. So if a movement doesn't happen by Asian session, I might just pull this out because what tends to happen is when price consolidates like this in a support area, you usually might see some sort of impulse move up, and this just comes from experience. We've seen it with our consolidation boxes, and we don't want to be trapped into that. And right now we're like 5 pips from entry anyways, so it's not like it's gonna hurt the bank. But that should cover the majors. We'll look at gold, but I do want to look at pound Aussie. So yesterday in the evening, pound Aussie, we caught a nice short. We had our first entry here. It was at hourly support, which I did not like, so I actually caught us out. And then when we got the break of this candle right here, we entered. And since then, we've had a 100 pip move, a 90 pip move since our entry, which is amazing. I believe we hit our third take profit, and right at that time, the pound, the retail sales came out better than expected, so you had this nice rebound. And there's also technical confluence at this level. If you can see on the chart, let me zoom in. I drew arrows, and one of the arrows at each arrow goes to a take profit level or a key area. This was our first one. The second one was at our trend line, right? That's why I draw these arrows, to show you that these are areas of price, which are major areas, key areas. And right at this trend line, we had a reversal. So this is why it's important to know your key areas. And I love trend lines. Some people don't use them, but this trend line obviously came in key. There's no real support at this area. Looking to the left, below obviously we have some support here, but we came to this trend line, tapped it, put to the hammer, and we rebounded. I am looking for further shorts. This is the same setup. If you pull out resistance at this area, and we had a similar reaction up here like we did here. All I'm looking for is a break below 1.78616, and we can enter another small lot to end off the week. Nothing too major. The only good thing about the rest of the week is there's no major news. So if we are stuck in trades, it's okay to hold. But it all depends on the close. If we do get a close, we head short again. I'm going to do gold, and I'm going to look at your pair recommendation. Someone did say Euro Aussie, so I'll do that. What's up, Jared? Good. Thanks, man. I loved your participation a few days ago. Hopefully the CAD yen and CAD CHF analysis helps you out. But yeah, that CAD CHF CAD yen was definitely a fake out. Yeah, about the portal. The portal, we're kind of figuring some stuff out as we go. So if you guys have any recommendations about the portal, or any cons or things that you like, make sure you guys let us know, either at support@forexlens.com or in the live chat, and we can talk about what we can do to improve our portal. Gold. So we went from one consolidation box here to another, and yesterday, actually, let me remove this consolidation box so I can talk. Yesterday we had a gold long call that I called right here after we broke this level, but we got stopped out immediately. 38 pips, so it's fine. But what ended up happening was we just started consolidating. So we've actually created another consolidation box for gold. And we didn't really have too aggressive of a move when the retail sales came out, so that's another consolidation box. So the same story here is we're gonna wait for some sort of impulse move up above, which could probably take us to 1534, right around these highs, or a break below, which could take us back to 1490. All major levels on the 4 hour will probably be a bit more clear in terms of price action. But the overall trend is up, right? And that's no surprise to us. But what we're trying to do is, since gold is, if you try to swing gold, you're gonna need a lot of equity. And since many of us have smaller accounts, we're not really trying to look for swing opportunities, more of intraday opportunities. So any break above or below this box, you can catch a nice intraday sell or buy. But I'm pretty sure since the week is dying down, um, it's probably going to consolidate within this region, unless some major U.S.-China trade war news comes up. Excuse me. So Euro Aussie, oh, a nice short setup has presented itself on Euro Aussie. So believe last session we drew this nice trend line right here. We had our first touch, second touch, third touch, and we were looking for a break out of this trend line to go short. We didn't get that. We got a nice rejection off the trend line for another high up. But I did say we were making a bullish or bearish pendant depending on how this ended up. And we ended up making a bearish pendant with the rejection off the top trend line right here. And we have spilled out since then. And if you've been paying attention to our live sessions and basically, my kind of theory of trading price action, we had a break outside of this trend line, this bearish pendant. We had a retest with this green candle. We had a rejection with this nice bearish candle, and since then we have dropped around 40 to actually 60 pips right there. So let's see if there's an entry for us. Usually you want to get into the trade after this rejection candle. It's fine. Let's see the daily. So on the daily, we are coming back to our previous resistance zone right here. This zone of about 600 pips. 60 pips, 60 pip range right here, which we're going to. You might want to be careful about shorting euro from here. If you're in Euro Aussie, take some profits. I wouldn't enter now because what could happen is, let me get my favorite tool, my arrow. We could just come here, use this previous resistance as support, and then make our way back up to create new highs. The overall price structure is up. We had our first low here, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then we did make a significant higher low, but we did create a very, very high higher high. And it tells us there's a lot of buyers. If you zoom in, you can see in the short term we may have a sell off to the support resistance region, but at that point we could bounce back up. The only time I'll be looking at to enter short again for Euro Aussie is if we get a break below 1.62484 or 1.62500. Then we can look to shorts back to these levels here. That's Euro Aussie. I believe Alex asked that. Any other pair recommendations? If not, I'm going to go to the dollar index. And we can, NSD yen. Okay, I'll look at NSD yen. One thing I did want to say was NSD pairs are somehow gaining some strength. I don't know why, but here we are with NSD yen. I believe I did analyze this chart before. There we go. Okay, cool. So top-down analysis. Let's see what's happening with NSD yen. I don't really pay attention too much to this pair. Oh yeah. So I did say there was a swing opportunity, a swing short opportunity, all the way to 60.3 for NSD yen. The reasoning was pretty simple. Let me extend this support region over. So we did have this support region right here, and this support region held NSD up since 2015, and we finally broke that this year, and we had a break retest of the support region, and since then we've pretty much been falling down, and the trade war is obviously helping. The yen is acting as a safe haven, and since then we've come into this trading range right here. We look to the left, since 09 to around 2012, this 3-year trading range. spanning from 69 flat to 6300. We've entered into that trading range, and I've said, you can literally swing this. If you have a smaller account or even a large account, and you're looking to just make a sell and walk away trade, you just enter the trade and walk away. This is a nice swing setup you can enter, and your stop doesn't even have to be this great in size. It could be even smaller. But a 4.65, swing sell could be happening. The only thing I'd be cautious about is we go to the daily, having your stop right above, ideally right above the support region would be nice. And this would be a great swing sell stop. Like I said, a lot of the yens have killed many of the majors, Euro, USD, CAD in particular, and we can see the same story with NSD yen. Since July, we had like 10 straight days of sell-offs. July 19th, 10 straight days of sell-offs of NSD yen. We could do the same. If you're looking for the best possible entry and even something intraday, let me remove this one. We have created support here. 67.845 is a support that we've created. If you're looking for an intraday trade, or if you're looking for a amazing entry for the swing short, look for a break of this level, a break and close. If you look, we haven't really closed. We have wicked through that area, but if we can get a nice close, a bearish close below this level, it'd be great confirmed for further downside. And even on an intraday scope of things, you could have something like this play out. Right, entry somewhere down here and stops right below this previous candle. Definitely a nice setup. 2.0 risk reward could be a nice intraday setup. Even for swings, look for an entry like that, and you can extend your take profits down here and give your stops breathing room, maybe right above these highs right here. That's NSD yen. Any last minute recommendations before I send this one off? I do want to look at dollar index. So the retail sales really got us, got the dollar index rebounding back to 98 flat, 98.25 area, which was a key resistance for the dollar index. Since quarter two, back in April. If we do get a break of 98, we could go to these highs right here. And I believe if we do get that break, we'll have NSD USD come back down, Euro USD come back down, and possible shorts for gold. On the overall scope from the weekly, we do have this descending trend line. Actually, go to the monthly. On the monthly, we do have this descending trend line, which started in 01, and we've tapped in 2016. And if you look at overall price structure, we made a small retrace since then, and we are going. It does look like we're going to be pushing to these highs for a dollar index right at 100 flat. Nice psychological level, and that psychological level meets at this third touch on that monthly trend line. So in terms of technicals, we do see that the dollar is on its way to new highs, and it is showing some strength against other pairs. And we could very well see that, although they cut the rates, now that's over with. The rates have been cut. Since then, they've been showing some great manufacturing and retail sales information and data. So what could happen is, as the U.S. continues to add jobs, in the next quarter or two, maybe at the start of 2020, they could just raise rates back to where they were, right at 2%, and that could definitely show some strength in the currency and have a move to this area right here. That's where I see long-term dollar index, right at 100 flat. That's my prediction for 2020. Technically, dollar strength is looking like the outlook right around this area, 100 flat, right at the weekly trendline touch. So we could see some major sell-offs against the euro, maybe possible breaks of 1.10 thousand, and for pound USD, we could see new historic lows. But that's this week's session, the last session of the week. Excuse me. We don't do sessions Friday. It's Monday to Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern, unless I say otherwise. So I'll see you guys Monday. Be on the lookout for maybe one more setup to end off the week. But what a great week. Um, Pretty similar to last week. And yeah, happy trading. I hope these sessions helped. If you missed a couple this week, use this weekend to catch up on a few of them. Definitely the one that was done Tuesday night. So that's RP. I'm logging off, and I'll see you guys Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Peace.